Everyone, good evening all of you. This is Shanti from InfoBuddy and welcome to the current affairs session of 1st August 2020. Guys, this session contains 20 questions. I will give you 5 seconds for every question. So write down your answers in the comment box. And finally, if you like the video, please like, share and don't forget to subscribe. Coming to the first question of the day. Global Tiger Day is celebrated every year on. Global Tiger Day is also called as International Tiger Day and it is celebrated every year on 29th July. Option C is the correct answer. So it is celebrated every year to raise awareness for tiger conservation. The day was created in 2010 at the St. Petersburg Tiger Summit to put in place a global system for protecting the natural habitats of tigers and raise public awareness and support for tiger conservation issues. And the theme for Global Tiger Day 2020 is Their Survival is in Our Hands. Union Environment Minister Prakash Jayadekar released All India Tiger Estimation Report 2018. India is a home to nearly 70% of the global tiger population and it leads the world in showing effective conservation of the wild species. In 1973, there were only 9 tiger reserves in the country, but now there are 50 tiger reserves in our country. The heads of the governments of tiger range countries had resolved to double the tiger population by 2022. Next question. Who has been appointed as the Prime Minister of Tunisia? Hichem Machichi has been appointed as the new Prime Minister of the country. He succeeded Elise Fakfak. Elise Fakfak recently resigned for his post as Prime Minister. President Kais Saied has been appointed the Interior Minister Hichem Machichi as the Prime Minister of Tunisia. The Interior Minister in the outgoing government, Machichi has been a counselor to President Saied and handling legal matters. He was previously been Chief of Staff at the Ministry of Transport and also served in the Ministry of Social Affairs. Tunisia's current president is Kais Saied and the capital of Tunisia is Tunis. The currency of Tunisia is Tunisian dinar. For this question, option A is the correct answer. Next question. Green AG, a project funded by Global Environment Facility, was launched in which of the following states? The Union government on July 28th launched the Green AG project in Mizoram to reduce emissions from agriculture and ensure sustainable agricultural practices. So Mizoram is one of the 5 states where the project will be implemented. Other states include in this is Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha and Uttarakhand. The Green AG project is funded by Global Environment Facility GEF, while the Department of Agriculture, Cooperation and Farmers Welfare DAC and FW is the national executing agency. Other involved in its implementation are FAO, that is Food and Agricultural Organization, and the Union Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Union Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. The project seeks to integrate biodiversity, climate change and sustainable land management objectives and practices into Indian agriculture. This is a pilot project and it is supposed to end on March 31st, 2026 in all states. It aims to cover 35 villages and includes 2 protected areas, the Dampa Tiger Reserve and Torangklang Wildlife Sanctuary. What are the targets under this Green AG project? Achieve multiple global environmental benefits in at least 1.8 million hectares in 5 landscapes which mixed land use systems. Bring at least 104,070 hectares of farms under sustainable land and water management and ensure 49 million carbon dioxide equivalents sequestered or reduced through sustainable land use and agricultural practices. So this Green AG project, it is a pilot project. It is funded by a Global Environment Facility GEF, was launched in Mizoram recently, that is on July 28. Next question. Which country is being reconstructed its 300-year-old temple with support of India? 300-year-old Kali temple reconstructed with Indian support in Bangladesh. In Bangladesh. So option C is the right answer. 300-year-old Kali temple. This is the 300-year-old Kali temple. The High Commissioner of India to Bangladesh, Riva Ganguly Das, jointly inaugurated the reconstructed Sri Joykali Mata temple at Nator with the State Ministry of ICT Junaid Ahmad Palak. The Government of India provided a grant assistance of Taka 97 lakh for the reconstruction of the historic temple under its High Impact Community Development Project. 97 lakh Taka. Next question. Who is the author of the book The India Way? Strategies for an Uncertain World? The former diplomat and current Minister of External Affairs in the Government of India, S. Jaishankar, is releasing his new book, The India Way. Strategies for an Uncertain World. The book was published under HarperCollins India publication. Next, recently ADB has approved how many dollar grant to India to counter COVID-19? ADB means Asian Development Bank. Asian Development Bank approves $3 million grant to India to counter COVID-19. This grant will further support the government emergency response to the COVID-19 pandemic. This support will enhance disease surveillance and help in early detection, contact tracing and treatment. This will further supplemented by the other public health measures. On 28th of April 2020, ADB approved a $1.5 billion for COVID-19 active response and expenditure support program to support India in its immediate pandemic response efforts. Present, it has approved $3 million. Next question. Recently, the first manhole cleaning robot Bandicoot has been inaugurated in Bandicoot. This is the Bandicoot, the first manhole cleaning robot. It has been inaugurated by Guwahati Development Department Ministry. It is a first manhole cleaning robot to ensure minimal human involvement to clean the sewers. Guwahati is the first city in the entire northeast region to get a manhole cleaning robot. Guwahati is the third city in the entire country to produce this innovative technology to clean manholes after Gurugram and Coimbatore. Guwahati is the third city. The first city in the entire northeast region. Guwahati is the first city in the entire northeast region. The Bandicoot robot is also the first of its kind in the world that was developed by a startup India company called Gen Robotics under the Make in India initiative funded by CSR of Indian Oil Corporation Limited. So the present Chief Minister of Assam is Sarbananda Sonowal and the capital of Assam is Dispur. The Governor of Assam is Jagdish Mukhi. Next. Who represented from India at the 5th annual meeting of the Board of Governors of AIIB? AIIB means Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. Nirmala Sitharaman attends virtual 5th annual meeting of Board of Governors of AIIB. Option C, Nirmala Sitharaman. The 5th edition of the annual meeting of the Board of Governors of Indian Infrastructure Investment Bank was held on 28th and 29th July 2020. The theme of this 2020 annual meeting was AIIB 2030 Supporting Asia's Development over the Next Decade. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman represented India in the meeting through video conference in New Delhi. This is the first time that the meeting was held virtually due to the coronavirus pandemic. The meeting brought together AIIB's governors and senior management in a virtual session to connect stakeholders and experts to discuss how to build a more inclusive and resilient tomorrow. Next question. Who has been appointed as the new Chief Executive Officer of Paytm Money? Paytm Money. It is a mutual fund investment subsidiary of 197 Communication Limited. 197 Communication Limited. Varun Sridhar has been appointed as the new Chief Executive Officer of Paytm Money. So option A is the correct answer. Varun Sridhar. Next question. Who has been awarded the 2019-20 Premier League Football Golden Boot Award? Jamie Vardy. Leicester City striker Jamie Vardy has won the 2019-20 Premier League Golden Boot Award, which is presented to the leading goal scorer in the Premier League. Jamie Vardy, option A is the correct answer. Apart from this, Manchester City's Brazilian keeper Ederson won Golden Glove Award. Manchester City's Brazilian keeper won the Golden Glove Award, which is given to the goalkeeper with the most clean sheets over the course of the season. He collected 16 clean sheets during the season, and Jamie Vardy is the leading scorer with 23 goals. Next question. Who has launched a crop insurance campaign titled Bahut Zaruri Hai? Bahut Zaruri Hai is a crop insurance campaign launched by Bharati AXA General Insurance. This Bahut Zaruri Hai for farmers in Maharashtra and Karnataka to encourage them about their yield protection and financial security. Under this campaign, Bharati AXA General Insurance will insure the farmers in Maharashtra and Karnataka for a period of 3 years under this PMFBY. That means Pradhana Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. So option A is the correct answer. The insurance received 800 crore worth crop insurance mandate from the government of Maharashtra and Karnataka for 3 years. Apart from this, under Bahut Zaruri Hai, the farming communities will made aware about the relevance and significance of crop insurance that mitigates the rural distress caused by crop failure or damage due to factors like unseasonal rains, monsoon failures, storms, floods, pests and diseases. This Bharati AXA General Insurance headquarters is in Mumbai, and present MD and CEO of Bharati AXA General Insurance is Sanjeev Srinivasan. Next question. On which day World Day Against Trafficking in Persons is observed? United Nations observes 30th July every year as World Day Against Trafficking in Persons. In 2013, the General Assembly designated July 30 as the World Day Against Trafficking in Persons to raise awareness of the situation of victims of human trafficking and for the protection of their rights. In 2013, United Nations General Assembly declared July 30 as the World Day Against Trafficking in Persons. The 2020 theme for the World Day Against Trafficking is Committed to the Cause, working on the front line to end human trafficking. The theme will focus on the first responders to human trafficking. These are the people who work in different sectors, identifying, supporting, counseling and seeking justice for victims of trafficking and challenging the impunity of the traffickers. Next question. India Report on Digital Education 2020 released by Recently, the Ministry of Human Resource Development has launched India Report on Digital Education 2020. Ministry of Human Resource Development. So option D is the correct answer. MHRD name has been renamed as the Ministry of Education. It has been prepared by the Digital Education Division of MHRD in consultation with education departments of the states and union territories. It elaborates the innovation methods adopted by MHRD for ensuring accessible and inclusive education to children at home and reducing learning gaps during the COVID-19 pandemic. What are the MHRD initiatives? It has initiated many projects to assist teachers, scholars and students in their pursuit of learning like Diksha platform, Swayam Prabha TV channel, on-air Sikshawani, e-Pathshala and telecast through TV channels. It also released guidelines on digital education called Pragyata. So option D is the correct answer. MHRD renamed as Ministry of Education. Next question. Which is India's first Directorate General of Civil Aviation DGCA approved drone training school? Drone users in India have a new venue to practice their craft, initiating what might eventually be seen in the rest of the country. Directorate General of Civil Aviation DGCA has approved the Bombay Flying Club as the first drone training school of India. The permission has been granted to the club for a period of 1 year. Permission for a period of 1 year. From June 8th, the ministry has started the registration for non-compliant drones. Next question. The Union Cabinet approved MOU between India and which country on cooperation in the field of traditional systems of medicine and homeopathy? Cabinet approves MOU signed between India and Zimbabwe. On traditional systems of medicine. So the Union Cabinet gave ex post facto approval to Memorandum of Understanding signed between India and Zimbabwe on cooperation in the field of traditional systems of medicine and homeopathy. The MOU was signed on 3rd November 2018. It will provide a framework for the cooperation between the two countries for the promotion of traditional systems of medicine and homeopathy, and will mutually benefit the two countries in the field of traditional medicine. The main objective of this Memorandum of Understanding is to strengthen, promote and develop cooperation in the field of traditional systems of medicine between the two countries on the basis of equality and mutual benefit. Next question. Government approves plan to boost state spending on education to how much percent of GDP? The Union Cabinet approved a plan to increase public spending on education nearly 6% gross domestic product, 6% of GDP. Ministry of Human Resource Development be renamed as Ministry of Education, separate technology unit to develop digital education resources, and the universalization from age 3 to class 10 by 2030. So these are the various reforms in school education and higher education. Already a video made on this NPE 2020. Watch the video. Next, which course will be discontinued as per National Education Policy 2020? MPhil has been discontinued under this new education policy 2020. So option D. And also students can resume degree courses after dropping without starting afresh. Certificate after 1 year, diploma after 2 years, and degree post final year. Multidisciplinary and flexible choice of major and minor subject also made. So watch new education policy 2020 video for full detail. Next question. The first 5 of 36 Rafale fighter jets from France landed at which airbase station of Indian Air Force? Rafale deal. The first 5 aircraft are part of 36 planes bought by India from France for 59,000 crore rupees intergovernmental deal in 2016. So the first 5 Rafale jets land at Ambala Air Force Station. And these Rafale jets were escorted by 2 Sukhoi 30 MKI supersonic fighters as they entered into the Indian airspace. After entering Indian airspace, the Indian Rafale contingent was welcomed by escorting radio contact with Indian Navy warship INS Kolkata deployed in the Western Arabian Sea. Air Force Air Chief Marshal R.K.S. Bhadauria and Air Officer Commanding-in-Chief of Western Air Command Air Marshal B. Suresh welcomed the first 5 IAF Rafales at Air Force Station Ambala. Next, ASHRAE is a medical bed isolation system and it is developed by This is the Ashray, a medical bed isolation system, and it was developed by the Defense Institute of Advanced Technology (DIAT). It is developed to fight against COVID-19 pandemic by controlling the spread of infection released by the patient. It is a low-cost, reusable solution. The model of this Ashray was manufactured by CleanCore Solutions Private Limited. It will maintain proper isolation by creating section near exhale of COVID-19 patients and further filtering and disinfecting the aerosol. Bed isolation system envelopes are made up of specialized material and manufacturing process with a transparent and translucent size supported on medical grade material structures. Each envelope is capable of accommodating one setup of bed, table, and chair along with some walking space. As per the availability of the space, the width of the envelope can be adjusted. The envelope is opaque, that is non-transparent, up to 3 feet from the bottom of the to maintain patient privacy. Next question. Consider the following statements with respect to the Atal Innovation Mission AIM. Statement 1. It is a flagship initiative set up by the Niti Aayog to promote a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship in the country. Statement 2. AIM iCrest, an incubator capabilities enhancement program for a robust ecosystem focused on creating high-performing startups, is launched under AIM. Which of the following statements is or correct? And this Atal Innovation Mission is a flagship initiative set up by Niti Aayog to promote a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship in the country. So statement 1 is correct. Statement 2. AIM iCrest. AIM iCrest is an incubator capabilities enhancement program for a robust ecosystem focused on creating high performing startups. So statement 2 is also correct. Both 1 and 2 are correct. Option C is the correct answer. Coming to this AIM iCrest, it has been designed to act as a growth support for Atal Innovation Missions, Atal and established incubators across the country. For the same, AIM has joined hands with Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and Wadhwani Foundation organizations that can lend credible support and expertise in the entrepreneurship and innovation space. The AIM's incubators are said to be upscaled and provided requisite support to foster the incubation enterprise economy that will help to significantly enhance their performance. This will be complemented by providing training to entrepreneurs through technology-driven processes and platforms. The focus will be on supporting startup entrepreneurs in knowledge creation and dissemination, as well as in developing robust and active networks. I hope all of you answered all these questions in the comment box. So regularly watch our daily current affairs sessions on YouTube channel and also Facebook page. That's it from this session. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please like, comment and share, and don't forget to subscribe.